Hey guys, Jerry from RPGtweaker.tumblr.com coming at you with a product review for Pathfinder Unchained, latest book I've added to my arsenal of Pathfinder goodness. So, I find this book is excellent. I've read through it quite voraciously since I picked it up on Monday last week, and it's been relevant to my Pathfinder sessions. It was, something I've been looking forward to as soon as I started hearing about it. One of the things I love about Paizo, Pathfinder, etc., is that they have the open play testing, and they get their players who know and love the rules, or will basically set out to set as many minds onto it as possible to find bugs, problems, solutions, and it's brilliant. Like they have a fantastic dedicated team, but everyone's going to think differently. They're under certain deadlines. They have so many other projects in the mix. So, give it to the people that are voracious and hungry for it and let them work on it. Many hands make light work. So, Barbarian gets some love, and it's rather good. They fix up some rage powers. Fixing the rage, which is very important. They make it where it's not like added hit points, and it's more temporary hit points, so that when you leave rage you don't become unconscious, and they simplify it with the whole strength and con thing and all that stuff. Much easier. The player that in my group that plays Barbarian has had a much easier time with the new way. Didn't take much to implement. The monk gets some serious love. I've always been a fan of the monk, so I'm always a big fan of that. An example, and it's already kind of out on the boards and stuff, is they made it a full base attack bonus progression, so one per level, just like a regular martial class, which I believe they always should have been. And they've introduced better and more balanced chi or ki powers, depending on how you want to pronounce it. The rogue gets some love. I'm cool with that, especially with one of the abilities, which is finesse training. Always something that it's one less thing you have to worry about stat-wise for a rogue, and it's something I've always been down for. Don't want to get too much into it because basically I don't really know about the whole OGL or PRD. I haven't checked it to see what's in the open gaming license for it, but I'll keep it kind of vague. But it's very cool. The Summoner and its Eaglon get tons of love, more than I find for all the other classes involved. And then they have things like staggered advancement, where you get partial progression bonuses, like partial hit points, partial saves, partial base attack bonus. They go into things like multi-classing, like getting partial progression points, where if you got like a 3/4 progression from one class, you get to another one, then it can stack together. And it's really cool. They really break into different skills, better skills. There's feats you can take that give you more bang for your buck out of it based on the ranks in a skill, which is cool. So if you had the jump skill and you had say 10 ranks in it, then you can do this and this and this, just as an example. Still being vague, but it's very cool. They have things where background professions, new crafting rules, opening up your own business, always cool, especially for the players that want to try and add a little bit more stuff to their downtime and stuff. And then they also have about removing iterative attacks. There's variant multi-classing, which I really like. Things about alignment, which kind of come up in games, depending. My games don't really seem to sway too much on alignment. But it definitely gives people letting you know where they stand. Some cool stuff with that. There's an action economy, so talking about how to deal with turns later and such, which is important, to break up the actions or make them a little bit different. Haven't tried it yet, but it seems very cool. There's one that I'm really looking forward to, which is the stamina and combat tricks. Basically gives a chi or key-like pool of stamina points to classes. They can either take a feat, or you can just put it into them that they get it, and then they can do certain abilities and feats based off of that, as long as they have it in there. So kind of cool. I like that. Gives some melee characters some flavor instead of just being I swing or shoot my bow, etc. So as long as they research it beforehand and they figure it out where it won't bog down game time, I'm personally fine with it. Which I'll probably introduce to my game slowly. I don't want to just bombard them with all these changes. So there was another thing that I really liked in here that I was going through. So pardon if I flip through with this. Wound thresholds, very important one. Basically similar to something I've seen from Star Wars RPG or Saga. Basically making it where when you're at an X number of hit points in whatever deduction from your max, you take a negative. So, you know, you're at this point, you take a -1, -2, -3, whatever. And it's great because part of the issue I've always had is that, okay, I'm at 1 hit point, but I'm just as awesome as when I was at 100 hit points or anywhere in between. I like the fact that, you know, as I get more mangled, I am not as good as what I do. It just brings a little bit more realism or reality into it. Diseases and potions and poisons and such get some love in here. They work out some stuff for spell casting, which is nice. There's material components, wild casting, some other cool things, mishaps, failures, etc. One thing I did put right into my group was it's an automatic bonus progression, and what that is that as they hit certain levels, they get a bonus based on whatever's given. So, like if it's a stat, a deflection bonus, this to kind of help free up slots that, you know, someone will put like a ring of resistance on, or, you know, cloak resistance or whatever, and they can change that up for something a little cooler. Might also be good if you have a low magic campaign to give your characters a little bit more survivability. Scaling items, super rad idea, which I like. I've seen it from similar things in 3.5 and other games, but I do like that they have introduced this here because I believe that it gives players a chance to be a little bit more personalized and get attached to their items, and, you know, look forward to keeping them and seeing what happens as they get more powerful. Just, you know, stop feeling like, oh yeah, this is no good. So, you know, and it's easier on the GM because then they're going to hold on to some of that gear, and then you kind of know what they're dealing with. So definitely something rad there. Crafting rules and such get some love. And then they also have things for magic item creation, which is huge for me. I love crafting items and dealing with all that kind of stuff. The book itself is, you know, very well done. Monsters get some love as well for simplifying templates and making things universal options and such, which is good as well. For, you know, all the work it was very easy to digest and go through, very well laid out. 253 pages of love, so highly recommend picking it up for giving some more flavor to your Pathfinder game. It's definitely got some good ideas, and even if, you know, you don't take what's exactly there of it, you can take that and use it as a guide for some other stuff, some homebrew or something else that you want to do with it. My players have been quite receptive to it. I don't want it to flood them with too much stuff at once or give them too much to keep track of. I want to try and keep it like streamlined. So like the Barbarian has that adjustment in because that's made her life so much easier dealing with the rage and the bonuses, etc. Which to some people might not be so difficult, but, you know, want to make something harder than it needs to be. And then as for the, you know, removing iterative attacks and changing the action economy and stuff, I'm going to tinker around with it, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. But overall, my next video will be an Emerald Spire update video. I have a session tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll be able to let you guys know about what's been going on and what happens with that. So thanks very much for watching, and again, anytime that you guys want to find out more, I'm very friendly. Please message me. My Tumblr, I also have Skype, which is Gaming for Daedrin, and yeah, look forward to hearing from you guys and talking to you. So good gaming, and I'll talk to you guys later.